Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hey.
Louder.
That wasn't loud?
No.
¿Cómo que no?
They're at you. You're Dominican.
Chinese too?
Okay. That was my double chin. I should have taped the shit.
The fuck? I'm supposed to do fat. Rude. Okay, guys.
No, we can't say that word.
What up, yo, dogs?
Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have my lovely husband. We actually did a poll on Instagram and Facebook to see which video you guys wanted to see first. And out of the two is a Get to Know Us and Are We Ready for a Baby? So I did ask you guys which one you guys wanted to see first. And the Get to Know Us was 33% and the Are We Ready for a Baby was 67%. And that was on Facebook.
I don't want to know about you either.
So these are cute little questions that I found on the internet. So we can kind of introduce you guys. This is the purpose behind this video, and the next one that we're gonna do is so you guys can kind of get an idea of who we are, because before this video we only have 2 videos on my channel, which one of them is the gender reveal that we had, and then the second one was the baby mama dance, which we actually got really good feedback on that. So we decided to kind of continue it. We were going to start all these videos back in April, but because I found out I was pregnant, a lot of the challenges had to be put on hold because they were like spicy noodle challenges or blazing challenges, the hot chip challenge, and there was a bunch of other stuff. Like we were even gonna go run the like the Spartan race.
Oh yeah.
Like things like that, like just things that I couldn't have done even if I wanted to, pregnant, and just leaving him alone doing them would have probably been boring, because, you know.
She would have laughed their ass off saying stuff. Are you kidding me?
So anyway, so this is why I wanted to do this video, to kind of introduce ourselves. While I have your attention, please go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment. If you guys want to see us do a challenge, again, right now I'm useless because I am about to pop any minute. But go ahead and comment if there's anything you guys want to see us do, or if there's any questions you guys want us to answer that we didn't answer on this video. Okay, so let's get started with the questions for Are We Ready for a Baby? So question number 1 is, how does it feel to have such a sexy baby mama?
I was gonna say either lucky or territorial, but kind of gotten over that. I mean, look at me. You can't compete either.
Next. They're gonna be like, these conceited ass people. Oh my god. Okay. No, but for real, I will be like Stacy's mom kind of deal, like that song. That'll be me. All like our little boys, we haven't said his name yet, but our little boys' friends are gonna be like, damn, is that your mom? And I'll be like, yeah, no.
Conceited ass.
Alright, the next question is, what are you most excited about having a baby boy?
Seeing the miniature version of myself and all the kind of trouble we're gonna get into. And getting fussed at by her.
By me. Probably.
She already fusses me out. Imagine having 2 of me. She's going.
I tell him that all the time because he is such a little kid. Like, he can't stay still. Like, he has ants in his pants kind of thing. Like, no se queda. Like,
Yo me baño.
Spanish came out. That never happens at all. But he's like always so like antsy and like everywhere, and I'm like, dude, just stop moving so much. Or like he'll do random things in public, and I'm like, stop, don't touch that, leave that alone. And I've always told him, like, when we have a baby, like, that's how it's gonna be. Like, I know, like, now I know. For me, what's most exciting to have a baby boy is that I wanted a baby boy. The biggest thing though is, if you guys know my husband, you guys know he is the sweetest sweetest guy ever. He's the most caring and loving man I've like ever like met. So I'm really excited to see, and hopefully baby T will be, you know, exactly the same way. What are you most nervous about?
What are you most nervous about?
The unknown. I think not knowing when, what time, where it's gonna happen, as far as like if my water breaks or if I start getting contractions, or, you know, any major sign of labor. And then from there, going into labor, and I have a high tolerance for pain, but will I be able to tolerate that level of pain? One never knows what can happen. I think that's what's really like nerve-wracking to me. Other than that, after like the baby's born, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good too. Just roll with it.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
And then we have like my mom. My mom lives here in North Carolina with us. So that makes me feel like 100 times more at ease, knowing that I'll have her help. Like, she's been really helpful now. So like, I'll know that I'll have her like as a backup if anything. Next question is, who will be in the delivery room?
Me. And her mama.
It'll be him and my mom.
That's it.
Yep. Even though I didn't want him in the delivery room. To be
fight to get in there.
Completely honest with you guys, I did not want him in the delivery room. And it was more because of the way I see things. I'm more old school when it comes to that. I
like to keep some things private.
Yeah. And even with my husband, I know it might sound crazy for some people, but, you know, to each their own. But I've always wanted to keep a really clean, sexy appearance for him. And I'm not saying that childbirth is like something to be grossed out about, but I just feel like it was something more private.
That would be, yeah, I guess private would be a good word. I was gonna say unappealing.
Yeah.
Maybe for me, but I don't really care.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
I find her attractive every morning I wake up, so.
But for me, I wanted him just to stay outside the delivery room with like a box of cigars and like hand them out when like the people came, and then have the doctor be like, congrats, it's a boy, you know, come on in. But he didn't want that, so it'll be him and my mom. Okay, best memory while being pregnant.
That's a bit of a tricky one, just because the whole pregnancy we've been pretty smooth, under the radar kind of deal, just taking it easy. Yeah. We have good times. I mean, the photo shoot was fun. That was really fun.
The recent one, well, both were pretty good too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The first one was really hot though.
Oh yeah, I was sweating my balls off.
Yeah. The first one was really hot, and I like still had borderline morning sickness, so that didn't help. Like, as soon as we finished shooting, like, I was straight
throwing up.
Yeah, in the bathroom, so it was bad.
But yeah, no. That time we went to the beach was nice, even though she spent most of the time throwing up.
And in the hotel.
In the hotel room.
Taking a nap. I think the memory overall is, I think the whole process of the pregnancy, besides first trimester, but it was like the photo shoots, the announcements, the telling our families too.
Yeah. And the gender reveal.
And the gender reveal. He proposed to me there. And then, you know, having a wedding. And we literally did everything in like a 9-month span. And then having our recent photo shoot also at the beach was really, really nice. It was really, really cold, but it was a lot of fun. I think we had a lot of fun there. And then going out for date night right after the shoot was really nice too. Being able to get away for a few, you know, on a weekday. How do you feel overall about the pregnancy, and how was George during the pregnancy? So overall about the pregnancy, the first trimester was horrible. First trimester I had morning sickness, which was literally all day sickness. I was useless. I didn't want to get up. I was asleep probably all 3 months. I didn't function properly. I couldn't, even if I wanted to. But other than that, right after that, my pregnancy was really smooth. Up until now, like I'm very uncomfortable now. But other than that, like I'm very good. I have very little nausea here and there now, but it's nothing too crazy. So overall, pregnancy was pretty good to me. And the baby, he lets me sleep at night. He doesn't kick me. He doesn't keep me up. So that's always really nice too. Like, my pregnancy was a breeze. And as far as George during the pregnancy, he was very, very good. He was well behaved. Before pregnancy, if you guys met George before, he was always all over me. He was always touching me. He was always touching my hair. He was always playing with my hair. He always wanted to kiss me, wanted to be on top of me, in bed, cuddling, the whole 9. As soon as I got pregnant, I didn't want none of that. Like, I wanted space. I needed him to be away.
It was rough.
It was rough. But he maintained a very good attitude towards that. He didn't say like, oh, you stopped loving me, or, you know, like, he was very understanding. And then overall too, during my bad days for like my first trimester, he was very on top of like everything, anything and everything that I needed. He made sure everything was good. He has been very, very like supportive through like the whole thing. He spoils me pretty much.
Notes.
Next question is, who has more cravings?
Yep. Can't deny that one.
But that was how he was before the pregnancy.
I just took full advantage of it after she said she started wanting anything. You know, homeboy was there getting something for himself too.
And that's the thing, like, before I was pregnant, I was such a boring eater because I would meal prep all the time. When we started dating, I think we never bought, I never bought sweets either.
You never got desserts or
anything? Nothing for the house or nothing. I'd never liked sweets before. So I think he got excited when I started craving hot chocolate or cookies or brownies. I would start making like all these things. I kept wanting brownies with ice cream all at once. And then I would randomly crave breakfast in the middle of the day, which again, if you know me, I hate breakfast. I actually am a green smoothie person in the morning, and that's it, and a coffee. But I started craving breakfast in the middle of the day with milkshakes. So it was random things that were not me that he was like, I'm gonna love this because, you know, and I tell him now, like, enjoy it because it's gonna end. I'm gonna go back to running. I'm gonna go back to eating boring. So, but the cravings, it's all him. Has the pregnancy changed our relationship, well, or marriage? And if so, how? And this is the last question, guys.
I think it has. I think with any new challenge you jump, or new challenges you and your significant other get into, you learn a little bit more about that other person. Like what their weaknesses are, what their strengths are. And for better or for worse, your relationship grows. So I think it has helped us get to know each other a little bit more on a different level than really any other experience would teach you.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's something that you really don't know what you're gonna get yourself into until it happens, kind of deal. What bumps you'll hit along the way, which are things like I've always been very, very independent, or been a person to be like, I got this on my own, I'm just not going to ask him for help, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to do it by myself. And I think being pregnant has taught me to, it's okay to ask for help.
Or help her open up a mayonnaise packet.
You want to tell him that story?
She fussed me out.
He didn't open it fast enough, okay?
She didn't tell me.
He was supposed to
I
know.
was supposed to know that she was struggling with the mayonnaise packet and offer to help her. Fail.
I cried and I cried and I cried because he should have known to help me. And we were at cookout. I think that was another thing. Like,
you learned a little bit more about each other every day.
I was very emotional.
She was.
Not too bad.
Well, once it happened, once you kind of realize what you do wrong, what could have you done to prevent it. I think right like 5 minutes later after the mayonnaise incident, we kind of laughed it off because it was ridiculous. Over a mayonnaise packet, we got into a little.
I felt crazy.
Yeah, so we learned that we need to communicate a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And not be afraid to help or assume that the other person knows what's going on. Like you kind of have to verbally talk.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge thing. We had a conversation about this before, which goes into when you have a baby. Like these 9 months have taught me that I need to tell him what I'm expecting of him. In the morning, I get up to make him coffee or to make him breakfast or to prep his lunch or all three. And if I can't get to his coffee at the time that I get to his coffee every morning, because today I decided to be extra and make a full course meal for Dominican breakfast, I will tell him like, babe, make your coffee, get your coffee. Like, there are things that you can't expect a significant other to know, to jump on it, you know. And if I would just sit there, and to me it'd be like, well, he should know to get his coffee, it's not on the table yet. He doesn't know, because every morning I did it for him. So I think these 9 months have taught me to like communicate, which will go into when the baby's here, because if I sit there and expect him to change the diaper when I have changed the diaper every day from day one, I mean, we're just like prepping ourselves for failure, because I need to tell him, because there's certain things that I've accustomed.
We get accustomed to as human beings.
Yeah.
We get into a pattern, to rhythm, and you can't just expect to break that pattern until you say something.
I've already told him, this is my plan with the baby. I'm gonna do this time to this time to this time. This is the only time I need your help. Like, I've already kind of explained to him. But if anywhere, so we already kind of have a plan. So if one day in the morning I need his help, I need to tell him, because we've already set a plan. I think that plan will work for me, just because I also have my mom around to help. But there's like he said, we get so accustomed to that pattern, And if something changes, we can't expect the next person to do it. We have to communicate. We have to let each other know, like, hey, I need help. I know I didn't need help yesterday at 10 a.m., but today at 10 a.m. I do because I'm running behind, or whatever the case may be, you know? So I think that's where it has changed, but I think it's for the better. Like, it has helped us communicate a lot. Overall, our marriage has grown a lot, and I think it has strengthened
our relationship.
Yeah, like a lot. So, these 9 months, we have definitely grown individually, as a relationship, what we want in life. Like, I think we're finally starting to see it. I'm not telling you guys to go get pregnant to get your life together, but it did help us kind of realize too, like, a lot of things of how to, like, what we want more, career, what direction to take, what we want to be more, for me anyway too. Like, I know a lot of people think that like a baby stops you from
going after your dreams.
Yeah, and trying to reach that. For me, as a person, as an individual, I feel the opposite. I feel like he is motivating me more. So I think overall it's just been a really, really good growth, because if you grow individually, then it helps you grow, you know, as a relationship too, and then you can grow as a family. So it's been a really, really good 9 months to be very like to have an eye-opening for everything.
An eye-opening experience.
Yeah, that. That's all. Look at me good. But that is all for the questions. Again, if there's any more questions that you guys are maybe wondering about, just comment below. And thank you guys for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. What else? Can I get a foot rub?